Hey guys, sorry, it's been a while. Took me a while to get these cards, but they're cool ones. They were the Elden Ring ones I've been talking about, so I'm going to do kind of like a showcase of them. I will also show the cards that they came with, so I'm going to grab those real quick. So this is a proxy deck, and I have a Skyrim themed one that I'll be doing next week because I like the Skyrim games, so I'm sure you all would like to take a look at those cards, see how they look, and I'll tell you that I think they look pretty good. But, without further ado, let's get into it. So the commander of the deck is Queen Marika the Eternal, acting as Esika, god of the tree. And this fits pretty well because on the other side it is Brandish the Elden Ring. And I really like the artwork they used for Queen Marika. So there's a lot of double-sided cards in this deck because it is Phyrexian focused, with Esika as the, commander, and then a bunch of the Praetors. So next is Erdtree Sanctuary as Great Hall of the Citadel. And notice how they added like their own extra little lore tidbits at the bottom here according to Elden Ring, which is pretty cool. Got Farseek. And then there's a bunch of these, the triomes in this deck, which really helps with its consistency. I looked up how much it would cost if none of them were proxies, and it was a little too much for my budget. And then once I show you guys the cards I didn't include in the deck, feel free to let me know if you would swap some cards out, because I'm fairly new to Magic, but I do love these cards simply because of the great artwork and because, well, I'm a nerd. This deck used to be on Etsy, but the seller is no longer there. So I'm lucky to have gotten these. I don't know where else you can get them other than where I got them, but please let me know in the comments if you're able to find it. Got Midra is Urabrask. And what's cool is I actually haven't seen some of these cards since I last sleeved them, so it's a bit of a, thing for me too. Looking through these cards, it's like, wow, I didn't know I had them. Moog as Shieldred, the Whispering One. Rykard as Shieldred, the Apocalypse. Oh, and by the way, most of the Praetors are going to be the demigods from Elden Ring. With a few exceptions, like, you know, Ronnie's Shadow being one of Urabrask's iterations. Vorinclex, Monstrous Raider. Yeah, I think this this deck is like over $1,000 if it's not proxied like this one is. I think I got all these cards for probably like $150, and that may sound like a lot to some people, but along with this full deck, they also gave me this many extras, which we'll also be going through. Got Ronnie as Jin Gataxius. And on the other side, I believe it's Dark Moon's Seek. Thought it was going to be Age of Stars. Got Mesmer as Gix. Renala as the Progress Tyrant. Shrine Beyond Time. Timeless Lotus. A lot of the ramp comes from spells or incantations from Elden Ring, like the healing ones, Blessing of the Erd Tree, you know, Erd Tree heal, stuff like that. And then this is where we get our shock lands. And then our fetch lands. There's quite a few of quite a few really good cards in here that that are definitely necessary to proxy. Godwyn is Elesh Norn, Grand Cenobite. I'm really glad they did a Godwyn card. And then Wandering Mausoleums, of course, Roaming Throne. What else would it be? I have 2 Elden Ring themed decks, and both of them have Wandering Mausoleum as Roaming Throne. And it works so well. Saint Trina of Eternal Sleep as Blighted Agent. The 2 fingers and the 3 fingers. Godfrey as Vorinclex, Voice of Hunger. And then Horaloo was one of the Urabrask iterations. So you're still able to get, you know, whichever of Godfrey is your favorite. And then we got Deep Shifra Well. And then down here we have Age of Abundance, which works as Prismatic Omen, which is very good for this deck. Swamp. Renala's Full Moon Orrery is the chromatic orrery. Erdtree Throne Room, Exotic Orchard. Divine Tower of Limgrave. Spirit Tuning is Mystic Remora. And then we got Swamp, which is the map of Caelid. I really like that they did also the map lands as well as the more picture ones, like this one down here. Really makes it cool. Reminds me of like the Middle-earth style lands that they had. Temple Garden, Stomping Ground. Plains is Landell, or Altus Plateau, rather. Steam Vents. Mountaintops of the Giants. Overgrown Tomb. Weeping Peninsula and Limgrave as forest. The only typo I've seen so far is that this is called Atlas Plateau instead of Altus. But it's not something I noticed right away, so it's not a big deal. And I don't think it's really much of a typo, actually, looking back at it, because it says Atlas down here too, which makes me think that they did believe it was Atlas instead of Altus. But it's not, ruining my immersion. Hallowed Fountain. Island, which is Liurnia. Godless Shrine. The Erdtree as the World Tree, which is honestly perfect, because what else? And then the Halig Tree is a Realm Breaker, which I really like. Got Deeproot Depths, acting as another Triome. Misty Rainforest. Elfale, Brace of the Halig Tree. They did a really good job with the flavor on these cards. Very nice. Mountaintops of the Giants. Blessing's Boon. Rhystic Study. Yep. With this deck, a lot of it is preventing your opponent from playing the game. So it's not exactly a deck I'd bring to a table full of people who actually want to play. Arcane Signet, Erdtree's Favor. Mikula the Unalloyed, which acts as Elishnorn and the Argent Etchings. Finger Reader Crone is Delighted Halfling. Melina the Glomai opened. They could have done better with the background here, but it's not a huge deal. And then To Deliver What Is Yours. Felwar Stone. Cocoon of the Empyrean. This one I was really pleased with the artwork. It just looks amazing. Aspects of the Crucible Horns. And then Fortisax works really well is Skitherix. Atraxa Praetor's Voice is Melania, Goddess of Rot. Radagon of the Golden Order is Ajoda the Unifier. He was also available as, acting as commander, but I thought Marika being the commander was more flavorful. Elden Beast is Atraxa the Grand Unifier. And if you don't like this artwork, they gave me like 3 different artworks for different cards. So I'll let you guys decide which artwork is the best for some of these. But we have Divine Beast Dancing Lion as Vorinclex and the Grand Evolution, which I really like the artwork on this one. It reminds me of like the Kamigawa type sagas. Got Romina, Saint of the Bud, as Phyrexian Swarmlord. Radagon, King Consort, who is labeled as Radagon right here, which I really like. This is Age of Stars, which is the Glistening Sphere. That's why I got confused with Ronnie earlier. And then, in my opinion, the most toxic card, but I just have to have all the demigods, is Starscourge Radon as Jin Gitaxias Core Augur. For those of you who are unfamiliar with his ability, you can, pause it, read it, and you'll see why it's so mean. But we got Mimic Tear acting as our Shapeshifter token creature. Full Moon of the Carians acting as token artifact constructs. Halig Tree Cocoons acting as the incubator tokens. Then copies will be the children that Renala resurrected. Smoldering Butterflies as treasure tokens. Kindred of Rot acting as the Phyrexian tokens from the incubator ones. Radagon's Thorns come from his King Consort variant in this deck. And then Omen, which acts as a beast token, 3/3. Now to get into the other cards. And then you guys can tell me if some of those cards fit better in a deck like this. Because like I said, I'm fairly new to Magic. I'm not unaware of the rules or anything. I can play the game. I just don't know what's considered good versus what isn't in some cases. So here's another artwork for Radagon. Another artwork for Rykard. Another artwork for Blythe. Putrescent Knight. Lion Guardian. Patches the Untethered. Glintstone Dragon Adula. Estelle, Natural Born of the Void. I do want to have the Dominus cards because they're really good. And, I don't know, it's very, Phyrexian with the way it does, like, the proliferate. And then the indestructible counters are really nice, too. Breach the Archtrees. Fingerslayer Blade as Shadow Spear. Another artwork from Midra. This one's an actual photograph from in-game, but I prefer the artwork better. Another artwork for Radagon. A really good one, actually. Festival of Radon. I do want to add this card because it's also really good. Another one for Jin Gataxias, aka Renala. Another one for Radon. Another one for Morgott. The reason I didn't choose this one is because I have another Elden Ring deck, and this is the same artwork as the other Morgott card, and I didn't want to double dip, so to speak. Another Melania, Goddess of Rot. I liked these artworks, but neither of them are really like Melania, Goddess of Rot. Here's an Elden Beast artwork that I really like. Crypt Guide is Mana Crypt. I didn't put it in there because it's banned. Tyrannodog. I don't even know if that's what it's really called, but I love it. Fanged Imp. Disembodied Finger Creeper. Decaying Deathbird. Relana. Twin Moon Knight. Another Tyrannodog artwork. Omen Killer. Falling Star Beast. Smithing Master Hugh's Prayer. Honestly, that's pretty good. Great. Oh, Giant Miranda Sprout. Sir Gideon Ofnir, the All-Knowing. I love this artwork of Gideon, showing all of his crappy spells. Recall the Tarnished. Mimic Veil. Spirit Calling Bell. I don't know how this card works, so you guys let me know what it means. Got Larval Tear. Always ran out of these in Elden Ring. The Tarnished Dung Eater. Got Arid Mesa, Polluted Delta, Marsh Flats, Scalding Tarn. Love the artwork for this one. Let me solo her. Wooded Foothills. Another Renala art. Bale the Dread. Malekith the Black Blade. Imprisoned in the Erd Tree. Grafted Scion is Ixal, Scion of Atraxa. Furnace Golem is Mondrak, Glory Dominus. Golden Hippo is Hunger Dominus. Phyrexian Hydra is Shadow Tree Avatar, which I really like. Another Relana art. Death Lightning, which is really good for a Foretell card. I also don't know how this card works. Paradox Haze. Swiftfoot Boots. Meteor is Morophon the Boundless. Another good option for a commander for this deck. This is another artwork for Godfrey. Another Putrescent Knight. Another Meteor. Another Dung Eater. Another Let Me Solo Her. Another Bale. Another Elden Beast. The Elden Ring acting as the One Ring. Another Mesmer. And then another Radon. But yeah, those are all the cards that came with it. And is just a teaser to the Skyrim deck that I'll be showcasing next week. These are a few of the cards. Got Dovahkiin Archmage and Dovahkiin Nightingale, both acting as commander. Aragorn the Uniter. And what else we got here? Yeah, we also have Cicero and Mirac. Both of those will be a teaser as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for talking so much, but you know, just thought I'd share. If you ever have any questions about the deck or something like that, feel free to comment. I try to read every comment and, you know, reply with, you know, what I can. But thank you guys so much, and I hope you watch more of my videos. Thanks.